Most people are taught to believe that the corporate workplace is a meritocracy. You work hard, you deliver results, and your competence speaks for itself. But after 40 years in the belly of the beast, Vincent de Cordoba proved that assumption is completely wrong. It is not a meritocracy, it is a behavioral ecosystem.
And when professionals treat an ecosystem like a meritocracy, they get blindsided. Standard career advice completely fails because it assumes everyone is playing by the same official rulebook, when in reality, you have behavioral predators navigating the office for their own survival and advancement.
Precisely. In his 29 lecture framework, Vincent maps out these exact behaviors using animal avatars in his book, The Cutthroat Menagerie. Take the cuttlefish, for example. The cuttlefish is a lying charlatan that constantly changes its appearance to disguise its total lack of substance.
Or the frilled lizard, which relies entirely on puffing itself up to create an illusion of extreme threat and authority, when it is actually bluffing. And then you have the frog, the undisputed master of what Vincent calls the skedaddle game, disappearing the exact moment accountability is demanded.
I spent years working in grueling New York City restaurant kitchens back in the 1980s before I ever set foot in enterprise technology risk. In a high pressure kitchen, if someone acts like a leech or a hyena, sucking resources or gathering in opportunistic packs to blame a line cook for a burnt sauce, the kitchen collapses in 20 minutes. But in a corporate tower, those same predators can hide behind process for years.
That distinction is critical. When you assign an animal avatar to a treacherous coworker, your mental model shifts instantly. You stop taking their behavior personally, you abandon emotional panic, and you begin predicting their next tactical move with objective clarity.
It moves you from being a victim of corporate skullduggery to being an observer who sees the pattern before the trap closes.
Exactly.
That brings us to what Vincent calls the no clown shoe concept. This actually came out of a real world crisis where a tight 10-person team was brought in to fix a 7-year regulatory cleanup at a major financial institution.
And despite the massive regulatory exposure, they faced continuous interference from executive leadership, who cared more about PowerPoint optics and performative process than actual remediation. To survive the sheer absurdity of the clown show, that team literally ordered custom soccer jerseys to mark themselves as an operational unit that refused to play political games.
It is the classic distinction between the Clown Shoe Club and Club Genius. The Clown Shoe Club generates a 436 reply email avalanche where nobody knows what is happening, while their KPI dashboard shows green status lights even as the building is metaphorically on fire.
Meanwhile, Club Genius operates by asking the single, obvious question that exposes the core underlying truth. While everyone else is arguing over 30-page policy binders, someone asks, did anyone actually test the backup?
Ah, yes, one simple question cuts right through the noise.
And this issue is multiplying today with automated tools and generative artificial intelligence. Workplace chameleons are now using generative AI to produce massive volumes of convincing report text and code, masking their complete lack of technical understanding behind synthetic productivity.
So the risk is no longer just bad process. It is automated superficiality. More process will never solve a problem created by toxic human behavior and performative metrics.
Behavioral literacy is the only true defense. Recognizing the avatars in Vincent de Cordoba's book and Udemy course allows professionals to protect their work, preserve their sanity, and maintain institutional integrity. Once you can name the animals in the room, the corporate wilderness suddenly makes complete sense.
Stay practical, ask the obvious question, and keep the clown shoes off your team.